DiLorenzo, located at 1066 Curry Road, Rotterdam, New York.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Supervisor.
Is there a second? A second. Any questions? Call the roll.
Mr. Godlewski?
Yes, before I vote, I had to go back and spend a day and a half reading all the data that has acquired on this project. I've been over there a number of times, okay? And I've been on the planning commission, so I understand their role, I understand the role of the zoning board. The role of this town council is to make a simple determination. Do we feel that the property in question should be R3? The building and the other variances will come under the control of the planning commission. I would request, depending how this vote comes out, that the minutes of this particular resolution, and I've looked at the letters from McDonald Engineering, and I don't see where the planning commission or zoning board got copies. I would ask, depending how the vote turns out, that that information be provided to them, because if it's a positive vote, they will have to make that determination based on the information that's been supplied by the TDE. I vote yes.
Ms. DeLeva?
No.
Mr. Martin?
Based on the notion that this is just, we're just voting on a zone change, I don't like the R3 encroachment into the R1 territory. There's an obvious line. I've been to the property 20 times. I brought my tape measure to the boundary, even though we're not supposed to be basing our decision on the proposed building. I don't feel comfortable with the rezoning of the land area. My vote is no.
Mr. Calder?
Well, being I was new to this situation, I had to really dig into this because to make an honest decision and discuss whether there should be a zone change or not, it took some real doing. So I did attend some planning board meetings. I did speak to the planning board. I brought this up to the planning board, discussed it with them. So I just want everybody out there to know what I did so that I am up to speed here. I've also spoken to Mr. DiLorenzo, and this is on the record, as Mr. Godlewski said, so this will be turned over to planning if it passes the zone. I was assured that it's going to be one building, 4 single-bedroom units. No children. Not that it's an adults-only program, but no children, which means no impact on Mohonasen. I went over to the site. I looked around. I reviewed the minutes. I know it's got to go back to planning. No matter, if it happens here, it's got to go back to planning. Mr. DiLorenzo also told me that there would be a fence. If this is approved, there'll be a fence that goes from the existing property now, building now, to the end of his property. Also, evergreens put in there every several feet to big evergreens, not little stuff, to block off his property from the neighbors. And I did speak to neighbor. I noted the town board, I checked on the law, and we only do consider it a zone change, we don't consider it a building. But I contacted Mr. Yule again, who was chair of the planning commission. And I also talked to the chair of the zoning board. And sometimes when we're not engineers, we have to leave this stuff up to the people that do this every day. And Mr. Tom Yule verbally told me again what he sent to this board last year, that he believes the project should go. When I first came on the board, not knowing a lot of these things, I had to rely on department heads, and I had to rely on chairs of the different boards that we have, that are elected boards that provide a service to us. And I said before, and I'm going to go with that I listen to these people unless there's an absolute 100% extenuating circumstance where I can't. I'm going to vote to allow this.
Supervisor Delgado.
I didn't think you voted, Wayne.
Yes.
Yes, motion passed.
No, it doesn't. We have a petition on this land, so these have to be evaluated. Because once a petition, according to our lawyer, has been set, it needs a supermajority, and 3-2 is not a supermajority. So it doesn't matter. It conditionally passes, but they have to validate,
Right.
there is a petition, so it does not pass yet, because you need a supermajority if there's a petition, and that was handed to us on the last time.
Right, they have to measure from the property to the houses, and if the petition is accurate, then it goes on to something else. Right now, the motion passed.
Conditionally, you have to do this petition.
My understanding, all this does is go back to the planning board now. We don't decide on anything else.
Right.
If they have a record of
You're
what's taking
absolutely
place
right,
here,
go to the planning board, it has nothing to do
and
with it.
hopefully they'll make the right decision.
They're gonna have to say-
They do that.
They have to evaluate the petition.
They can-